We have great confidence in our son. I am not concerned about any accusations been made against him. It's used to get to me. I think it's kind of foul play, but look, it is what it is, and he's a grown man. He is the smartest man I know. I mean, in pure intellectual capacity, and as long as he's good, we're good.
I think it's kind of foul play. So said Joe Biden today, speaking to a shill on a totally humorless comedy show about the federal investigation into his family's business dealings in China. Those are business deals that Joe Biden pretended you'll remember to know nothing about. Well, today, Fox News' Brooke Singman obtained more text messages that show otherwise. These were between two of the Biden family's ex-business associates, James Gilliar and Tony Bobulinski, we've spoken to in this show. The texts show that Joe Biden was a central figure in the Biden team's negotiations with the Chinese, with the energy company CEFC. In a May 2017 text, for example, and you should go online and read the story because it's great, Gilliar writes this, quote, "Man, you're right. Let's get the company set up, then tell Hunter and family the high stakes and get Joe involved." Tom Cotton is a senator from Arkansas. He's calling for a special counsel into all of this because there's a lot we don't know. Senator Cotton joins us now. Senator, thanks so much for coming on. What more would you like to know about what happened here?
I'd like Joe Biden to come clean entirely about what was going on with not just his son, but his brother and his sister. His entire family has been trading on his name and his public life for 50 years. You know, Fox News is doing some outstanding reporting, uncovering these texts and emails, as you did in October in your interview with Tony Bobulinski, Tucker. Joe Biden should have a press conference and address all this. If you recall, then President-elect Donald Trump had a press conference in early January and took all comers. It was a classic. He denounced the so-called dossier. He claimed there's no collusion, which was later established by none other than Robert Mueller himself. He tackled questions about his business. I think it was the first press conference in which he called Jim Acosta fake news, Tucker. That's exactly what Joe Biden needs to do. He needs to come out and speak to the press, speak to everyone in the press, and answer all their questions, not go on and try to cover this on some late-night comedian's talk show to try to cover this all up.
It doesn't seem like he has much incentive to do that. I don't think it's easy for him to speak extemporaneously under any circumstances, but nobody is pushing him. I mean, we are, but I'm not sure he's listening. No one else is. So, I mean, is it possible he could just kind of go on indefinitely without answering basic questions?
Well, certainly hope not, Tucker. The incentive may be an indictment of his son. Right. That could happen at any time, given the state of these investigations that are currently being reported, whether they're in Delaware over tax fraud and money laundering, or New York or securities fraud, or Pennsylvania over an alleged fraudulent purchase of a hospital or healthcare system. That's one reason why the special counsel regulations seem to apply here. You've got Joe Biden, whose son is being investigated for trading on his name. And if he becomes president next month, he's got the opportunity to replace all those U.S. attorneys, to replace the attorney general. There couldn't be a bigger conflict of interest.
No, I completely, his brother too under investigation. I mean, you got to think at some point the Kamala Harris people will leak enough in an effort to knock Biden out of the seat that we'll know more. Waiting for that eagerly. Senator Cotton, great to see you tonight. Thank you.
Thanks, Tucker.
It's a busy news night. We'll have more straight ahead.